Hi, I'm Matt Shadetek. I'm a producer and DJ based in Brooklyn, New York. I'm also the course designer and senior instructor for Logic Pro at Dubspot and Dubspot Online. In this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at some vocal processing to create pitched down, low, slowed down sounding voices like you hear in a lot of hip hop. This kind of pitched down voice style was pioneered by DJ Screw and has become pretty influential across hip hop, even with people like A$AP Rocky now from New York using it a lot in his music. So we're going to look at two different ways to achieve this kind of effect. I have here a little example track that I created with some vocals by Carla Zeno. If you checked out my drum programming tutorial or my preverb tutorial, you will have heard this track before. This will be the last video that I'm going to do with this track, and we're going to focus on the pitch down vocal sounds. So I'll just play you the example real quick, and then we'll get into the tutorial.
I lost my mind. I lost my mind. I lost my
Okay, so you can hear two different pitch down voices in here. We've got this one, which is actually me, and then we've got that one, which is Carla. So there are two different ways to achieve this. I'll show you what's probably the easiest way first, which is just using the pitch shifter plugin. Now, let's just give this a listen without any of the processing. Mind. That's me. Okay, so let's throw the pitch shifter on there. I've actually got a little pitch correction as well, a little auto tune on there. It's not doing that much. Little something. Okay, so here's the pitch shifter. Now, let's add a new pitch shifter just so you can see it in its default state. So we're going to go down to pitch shifter, mono. And so the default is like this. So over here we have the mix control, which is going to control how much of the original signal we're going to hear and then how much of the pitch shifted signal. So what I want to do is I want to get the maximum effect. So I'm going to take this mix and turn it all the way up. So now we get mind. And then I'm going to use the semitone control over here to adjust the pitch. So if we want to take it up an octave, for example, we can take it up to 12. Or in this case, I have it down a fifth, which is -7 semitones. Now, I recommend as you're pitching down to use intervals like this, like a fifth is a good place to start. You could also do an octave, very low. But if this is just like a word. But if you have pitched material, you want to kind of pay attention to, you could try -5, -7. You want to try to use kind of musically relevant intervals so that it sort of stays in tune with your song. We can also make finer adjustments by cents. I don't really need to do that here. And there are these other modes that we can choose as well. I'm going to stay on vocals mode because that's what I'm working with. Turn the pitch correction back on. And then I've got some delay on here via a bus and some reverb and stuff, and compression and EQ just to make it sound a little better. But there you have it. And then, so for this one, basically the same processing. That's Carla. So if if we turn off the pitch shifting, there she is. And in this case, I'm doing also -7. Now, and actually, there's a reason for that, which is that in my track here, the main change that I'm doing from this kind of verse up into the chorus, if we listen, is actually a fifth. So this section, the transposition is set to +12, and then this is set to +19. So for the chorus, it's actually moving up 7 semitones, both the marimbel and the bass sound, and that's actually what's kind of giving it the main change. So because Carla sung to this part here, and then I'm bringing a piece of her voice into this section, which is a fifth lower, that's another reason why I chose to pitch it down a fifth, right, to keep it in key with what was going on there musically. So that's kind of the easy way. Now, the reason that this is a useful way to do this is because, let's say we want to do, here's another section of the song where I had the vocals muted. I've also got the bass muted. It's kind of like a little breakdown section. Let's say we wanted to have a pitch down copy of the full vocal. I'm just going to drag this whole thing down to my track with the effects on it. I lost my mind. I lost my mind. So that works, right? Because I just threw it right onto this track, which has the pitch shifting. The thing that you want to be aware of here is that what's useful about the pitch shifter is that it'll change the pitch without changing the timing. This is important, right? Because we have a few other techniques we can use to change the pitch, but very often they're going to change the timing as well. So it'll be like, right? It'll get slower and won't maintain its rhythmic relationship to the beat, and it'll go off beat. There's a kind of an intermediate way that we can do this, which is using the EXS24 sampler. So what I'm going to do, let's take this back up to where it was, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to use convert to new sampler track, and I'm going to do it by transient markers. I'm just going to do a little analysis, and I'm going to call this K-trans chop. And what this is going to do is it's going to analyze the peaks in the sound and then slice each one into a different pitch in the sampler or a different note number. Hit OK. What we could do is if we open up the EXS24, here we have a tuning control. So if we grab this tuner and pull this down a fifth, I lost my mind. I lost my mind. I lost my mind. So what's happening here is, like, let's take it to an extreme. Let's take it like way down. You'll hear. So what's happening is that each sample, let's take it back. I lost my mind. Is actually getting slowed down, not just pitched down, but because they're getting started by the MIDI here, they kind of stay loosely on time. So this is another option for changing the pitch of stuff, is to chop it into the sampler by transients and then use the tune control here. We could also pitch it up. You can hear we're getting some little gaps now. But what's fun about this is, there we are. So we can kind of play it like an instrument now that it's in the sampler. And I actually have another tutorial about playing vocal melodies if you want to see some more stuff about manipulating vocals using the sampler. That's on the Dubspot YouTube channel as well. If you want to learn more stuff like this, you can go to dubspot.com and learn about our 6-level Logic Pro course designed by me, which you can take either at our school in Manhattan here in New York City or online through Dubspot Online. If you'd like to learn more about me and my music, you can check me out at mattshadetek.com, and hope that this was helpful for you, and thanks very much for watching.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.